Hello folks, and welcome back to Papa Bear Outdoors. This is yours truly, Papa Bear, with you today. It is a rainy Saturday morning, May the 4th, which officially makes it Star Wars Day. So folks, may the 4th be with you. I know it's corny, but so am I. Anyways, when life deals you lemons, make lemonade. So I'm going to take this rainy day to do a project that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I am going to build a cloverleaf fish trap. And this is used to catch bait fish for catfishing. And I am going to build it out of 1/2-inch hardware wire and just a few wire ties. Real simple design and really effective for catching bluegill and other bait fish. So y'all stick with me today as I attempt to craft a cloverleaf fish trap, and hopefully you can pick up some pointers and as you join me today. So this is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're going to get started on this fish trap build. What I have here is some hardware wire left over from a chicken coop project that I did here a while back. This is 1/2-inch mesh on this, and it only takes about 5 feet of this chicken wire. This is 3 feet wide, and the only other things we're going to need is something to measure with. Got a yardstick. Actually, this is a meter stick here. We're going to have some 4-inch cable ties and a couple cutting devices. I'm going to use aviation snips and my my crimpers that I use in electrical work, and they've got a nice pointed end for cutting up close. So let's get started. I've already laid out a mark on here. I am going to make the base of my fish trap 24 inches square. So I've already measured from the edge down 24 inches. If I can find my mark, we will get started. There it is. So we're going to go right along this seam. Cut this out. This is galvanized hardware wire, and it's a little bit stiff. I suggest that you use gloves when cutting and handling this hardware wire, because that galvanized wire will poke you. Alright, we save this 1 foot section for our sides. Alright, now folks, we're going to do our 24-inch base. Put a few reference marks just to make sure we stay in the proper mesh. Right, lay it out one more time. Cut the other way so the thin part is to the left of these cutters. Be easier to roll it up. Alright, even as small as this piece is, we will save it because we'll have to build an actual bait box here in a little bit. Well, there we go. This is your basic layout. This is going to be the top and bottom to the trap. And now we need to find center. We got to put some more layout marks on this. So this mesh is center, coming this way. And then let's find center the other direction. All right, now that we've found center on both directions, we want to make a mark from the edge, 8 inches from the edge on that center mark. Alright, we're going to come 8 inches in, make a mark. You know what? I think I want to make that 6 inches in. Now that I'm looking at the layout a little closer. So make that 6 inches in from the ends. Alright folks, these are the layout marks. Now, we're going to draw a diagonal line from that 8 inch to the 6 inch mark right there. We'll do that on all 4 sides, and we're going to do it to the second. Alright folks, we're ready to start assembling the sides to the bottom. I've got a section that is 8.5 inches wide, and the only reason why it's that wide, I had a foot left over on that section, but this is left over from another project, that chicken coop project, and I want to make sure I've got enough material to make the sides without having to buy more, so I'm going to use what I have. So instead of 12 inches, we're going to make this an 8.5. That's the only reason we're doing it that way, is to conserve on material. So now these marks that we placed, one at the 8.5 inch mark, and going diagonal down to the corner. Now we start taking our wire ties and assembling. This is the tedious part of the job, folks. All right, folks, we have got the first half of the trap built. We got our cloverleaf on here. Everything's joined. The fish enter through these cracks. Now, once we get the top on, we'll mold that to where they can swim through there. And we will put a bait holder in the center of the trap, and then we'll also put a trap door over it so that we can dump the trap out as well. So we're getting ready to add our lid and then cut the door in and make our bait box and all that. But this will go right over here, right like that. And then we'll have to do some molding on all of the metal to make sure the fish can swim in. But this is it so far, folks, and we'll be back after we get the top tied on. This is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. Hey, guess what? Looky here. We've got visitors. We got Brentley and Braden and little Logan Rose, and Liam's in the other room watching cartoons. We got our grandkids here today, and the Babaloo. Say hi, Babaloo. Hi. You're supposed to say hi, Babaloo. Haha. Well, anyways, we'll be right back, folks. This is Papa Bear and the whole hee-haw gang with Papa Bear Outdoors. All right, folks. Now we've got the access hatch cut into the trap, and I've got the trap door built. That just covers that hole up right like that. And then we will make a latch or stretch a bungee cord across there to hold that shut. So all that's left is trimming the rest of the tag ends on all these wire ties and then building the bait box. As you can see, looking through here, the fish swim into that crack right there, attracted by the bait that's going to be hung in the center. And there's 4 of those splits going through there. We put ties right here to keep the turtles from squeezing their way in and getting to the fish. We got 4 entrances on this trap. Right like that. And all we got left, like I said, is to build a little bait box. We're going to bait this with bread, maybe some corn, things like that. Things that'll attract the smaller fish. And it's going to hang inside of the center of this trap. And then we are going to attach paracord to the trap and make a harness to where we can either hang it off a dock or throw it out into the water and be able to retrieve it. So this is we're almost finished with our cloverleaf trap, but this is coming along quite nicely. So we'll be back to show you the final product here in a few minutes. This is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors, building the cloverleaf trap today. All right, folks, we are on the downhill leg of this project. I have just taken a strip of this and made the sides for my bait box, bent that, and then I'm going to wire tie this one corner. Nothing hard about building this, but it's very, very tedious. This wire don't want to lay flat, it wants to flex, and hard to hold it in position and get everything fastened together sometimes. But it is coming along. Quite nicely, I think.
I use the black wire ties as opposed to the white ones because the black ones are UV resistant. Alright, it's shaping up nicely. Now, just like we did on the trap, we're going to have to make one side of this accessible where we can put the bait inside of it. Alright, folks. Moving right along. Alright. Mini version of a crab trap, looks like. Alright. All we got left is to make our lid for this. And we're going to make the lid slightly oversized. On the length. Alright, folks, we are almost done with this project. Alright, need to flatten this wire down a little bit. Just sprung right back. Right, I got room to cut one length of it off. I want that to overlap slightly. What I think I'm going to do, if I can pull it off, folks, is to try to bend that lip up, or bend it up to where I can put a lip on it. Like that right there. And that gives me a little lip to catch over the top of that. Right like that. Alright. We will use some cable ties to make the hinges. Like this. Like I said, we'll put bread in there, corn, things like that inside this to attract the fish. Right, I want to bend that in just slightly more, just to give it a little tension. Help latch that shut. Like it, folks. All right. We have our bait box assembled. Still got to trim. Still got to trim the remainder of the tag ends inside there. But that bait box is going to go right in the trap like that. And the lid will close. We'll get a couple bungee cords stretched across there to keep the lid closed and mount our paracord. And then we will be finished with this project. All right, it's looking pretty good, folks. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. We are completed with our project today.
That looks cool.
Cool, buddy. This is the Cloverleaf fish trap. I have attached the support harness to it now. I've got my bungee cords that hold down the trap door. Just a real simple design. Doesn't have to be anything fancy as long as it's functional. Right like that. Swing the door open. Now, upon further consideration, I realized that my original bait box was going to be too large for the trap. It was blocking the entrances into the trap. It just filled up too much space. So I constructed a smaller one that gives the fish a little more room to get inside of the trap. I've also constructed about a 6-foot lanyard that will attach to the harness here. And you can attach this to the boat dock or anchor it off to the bank if you're just going to deploy it out into the water from the bank. Just stretch your bungee cords out across that trap door to where they just can't push it open if they try to swim out. Just right like that. So this is it, the Cloverleaf bait trap or fish trap right there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little instructional video, and I hope that it was entertaining and informative for you. I'm eager to try this little trap out. I'm going to use this to catch bluegill for catfishing. You can use it for several different species of fish. But anyways, we hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe to my channel. And also, tell your friends about it. Share these episodes with your friends and family. And like the videos that you like. Was this video of any interest to you? Drop me a line in the comments box and let me know what you thought about this video. Also, folks, I pray that you would hit the little bell on the bottom right hand corner of the YouTube page, and you can receive the notifications when I send out new videos. Well, this is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. This has been the building of the Cloverleaf fish trap, and we'll be back next time. God bless you, folks, from Papa Bear and Papa Bear Outdoors. We'll see you on the next episode of Papa Bear Outdoors. Bye, y'all.